Hello everyone, this is Riku Keyblade Master, and as I'm checking my emails, I'm noticing this happened to me like the third time now, that people are repeating what I say word for word in my videos, and then saying thanks, I can't understand her. And then the very last time, I just looked at my emails a few minutes ago, and someone's response was, "Thank you, this is beyond legit," or whatever. What exactly is the deal? Why can't people understand me? I mean, I'm talking as clear as I can. So I'm not quite understanding what the deal is. At first I thought it was the music in the background, but then it just kept happening and happening and happening. Even when I turned the music off, and just did it without any background music other than the ambience that's in my house or in my next door neighbors. Because sometimes my next door neighbor has like, music or something, or like I'd be in the middle of watching a movie or whatever, and other than that, it's not even really that loud. So I don't get why people are not understanding me. I can understand right now because my voice doesn't sound very good, because I'm currently going through a cold right now, getting over a cold right now. And, well, it's a cold / allergies. But I just don't understand it. Why are people doing that to me? It's just really ridiculous and stupid. If they can provide a reasonable explanation as to why they can't understand me, then fine. But don't go, copying everything word for word and then appear on the same icon and say, hey, this is, thanks, this is totally legit, or thanks, I couldn't understand her, without telling me directly why you can't understand me. It just hurts my feelings when people say that they don't understand me and they can't explain why, but instead somebody else just copies what I say word for word. I mean, is it just my voice in general? Even if I talk normal, like I have in the past, like when I lost one of my goldfish and I lost my 2 betas, even when I talk normal, ouch, sorry, my nose. Ow! But yeah, even when I talk normal, when I'm not sick or crying, I can not understand why people can't understand me. So, I mean, fess up and tell me why. That way I can improve. Instead of taunting me and being a legit asshat. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, before you go doing that to somebody, you should think twice. Because it won't be long before that person catches on, like I'm doing. And if you don't leave a legit explanation as to why you're doing that and why you can't understand me, it can't be a language barrier because obviously all the replies are in English. So you can't pull that excuse on me. But, and even if you do change your language, if someone else replies in a different language, I probably would still be able to figure out what you're saying, because I'm no stranger to this kind of ridicule. But I just wish that it would stop and people would understand why things are the way they are. So the moral of the lesson is, make sure you guys think twice. I'm going to go ahead and upload this today so I can give myself a break until I get better. And hopefully anyone who's being, rude can get the message and explain. And if people are doing it just because, they're having a hard time, I'd understand that. But if you would leave me a valid explanation and stop doing the word for word junk, if you would leave me an explanation as to why you can't understand me, then I'll take it into consideration. But if you keep doing the word for word junk, the word for word plagiarism, and then someone else will say, oh, well, thanks, this is beyond legit, or I couldn't understand, and without explaining why they couldn't understand, it would be pretty bad. So from now on, just leave me an explanation as to why you couldn't understand. The person who's translating, or people who's translating, because like one or two are doing it, I wouldn't translate anymore if I were you, considering that falls under plagiarism, for one. And two, I would leave an explanation as to why you're translating. And don't just say, oh, I don't understand you. Well, I don't understand why you don't understand. You're going to have to be a bit more elaborate. Instead of just being an asshat and not replying. And not explaining why you do what you do and why you can't understand my voice. And like I said, the language barrier is out because, like I said, most of the stuff, actually all of it, was in English. So, yeah. You have been warned. If you don't stop translating, you'll fall under the plagiarism suit. And if you do translate, just tell me, hey, I had to translate because so-and-so couldn't understand due to, the volume or something. Then I can fix it. That's called leaving feedback. And don't be rude about it either. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to leave me a feedback, no, just don't be rude. And in fact, just translating my vids is sort of rude. It's 50-50. If you're just doing it to plagiarize and saying that you don't understand just to get away with it, you have been warned. Action will be taken. That's all I have to say on the subject. I'm not particularly a bully, but just because of my disabilities, that doesn't mean that you can't. That doesn't mean that you won't fall victim to consequences. I may be a girl with a multitude of disabilities, but this girl also knows how to play hardball. So you don't know who you're dealing with. Let's just put it that way. You don't know who you're dealing with at all. You forgot who you're dealing with. You forgot who you're talking to. You've been warned. I'm sorry I had to come at you guys with this, but it's been an ongoing thing that's been irritating me and needs to stop. It's been happening, like I said, for about 3 or 4 times now, and it's annoying, and it needs to stop. So you've been warned. Don't plagiarize, and if you have to plagiarize, explain why you plagiarized, and don't be a bully about it. And even if you try to put it in a different language, because all of the attempts are in English, language barrier is out. You cannot use it as an excuse. Like I said, you're forgetting who you're dealing with. You're talking to someone with a photographic and eidetic memory. You're playing with fire here, so I wouldn't be doing that anymore. But like I said, that's all I gotta really say on the subject. Until next time, I've been Rick, your Keyblade Master. Comment, rate, subscribe to become a Keyblade wielder, and stay awesome as usual. I mean, I don't see why other people are not suffering the same issue. I don't know why it has to be just me. I feel like I'm being bullied again, and I don't appreciate it. I'm trying to get over a sickness, and that's the last thing I want is being bullied. Bye.